In the realm of space exploration, few projects have garnered as much attention and scrutiny as Boeing's Starliner. Conceived as a commercial spacecraft for transporting astronauts to the ISS, Starliner was envisioned as a symbol of American ingenuity. However, the path to orbit has been paved with technical glitches, costly delays, and growing skepticism. Despite billions in NASA funding, Starliner has struggled to achieve its objectives. Years behind schedule and plagued by software malfunctions and design flaws, the program has become a cautionary tale. While NASA remains committed, questions linger about the long-term viability of Starliner. Can Starliner overcome its troubled past and emerge as a reliable workhorse for NASA? Or will it be relegated to history as a costly endeavor? The year was 2019, a year filled with high hopes and great expectations for space exploration. Anticipation was high for the inaugural uncrewed test flight of Boeing's Starliner, a spacecraft designed to carry astronauts to the International Space Station. This mission, dubbed Orbital Flight Test 1, was critical in demonstrating the capsule's capabilities and ensuring its readiness for future manned missions. However, the mission quickly went awry, exposing fundamental flaws in Starliner's software that had been overlooked during pre-flight checks. Shortly after launch, Starliner experienced a critical timing error, which prevented it from reaching the correct orbit and jeopardized the entire mission. This error, attributed to a software anomaly, caused the spacecraft to consume too much fuel, leaving it unable to complete its primary mission of docking with the ISS. Instead of docking with the ISS, Starliner was forced to perform an early return to Earth, cutting the mission short and disappointing many. While the safe return was lauded and celebrated, the mission was widely considered a failure due to its inability to achieve its main objectives. Boeing now had to contend with a major setback, requiring extensive software revisions, thorough testing, and further delays before the Starliner could be deemed ready for future missions. After nearly 2 years of rigorous investigations and extensive modifications, Boeing was finally ready for a second uncrewed test flight of its Starliner spacecraft. This mission, known as Orbital Flight Test 2, was met with cautious optimism from both Boeing and NASA. However, fate had other plans, and what was supposed to be a triumphant return to flight quickly turned into another significant setback. On August 3, 2021, just hours before the scheduled liftoff, a critical issue was detected with the spacecraft's propulsion system. Several valves in Starliner's service module failed to open as commanded, causing immediate concern. These valves, which are essential for maneuvering the spacecraft in space, were stuck closed, effectively grounding Starliner. The propulsion system anomaly forced another indefinite delay for the OFT-2 mission, much to the disappointment of the team. The issue, initially attributed to corrosion within the valves, highlighted the ongoing challenges of developing and maintaining complex spacecraft systems. Once again, Starliner was wheeled back into the hangar for extensive troubleshooting and repairs, leaving NASA to continue relying on SpaceX's Crew Dragon for crewed missions to the International Space Station. May 19, 2022, marked the third attempt at launching Boeing's Starliner on its long-delayed uncrewed test flight to the ISS. This mission was crucial for Boeing, as previous attempts had faced significant setbacks, delaying the program and raising questions about the spacecraft's reliability. Dubbed OFT-2, this mission aimed to finally demonstrate the spacecraft's capabilities. The stakes were high, with both NASA and Boeing eager to prove that Starliner could safely transport astronauts to and from the International Space Station. While the launch and docking were successful, the mission was not without problems. The spacecraft's journey to the ISS was closely monitored, and every anomaly was scrutinized to ensure future missions would be safer and more reliable. During its ascent, Starliner experienced an issue with two of its thrusters, which shut down prematurely. This unexpected shutdown could have jeopardized the mission, but the spacecraft's design allowed it to compensate using its remaining engines. The spacecraft compensated using its remaining engines, but the anomaly raised concerns about propulsion reliability. Engineers had to analyze the cause of the thruster failure to prevent similar issues in future flights. Additionally, Starliner encountered problems with its thermal control system. Maintaining the correct temperature is vital for the spacecraft's electronics and overall functionality, and any deviation could lead to serious complications. Despite these challenges, Starliner successfully docked with the ISS on May 21, 2022. This docking was a significant milestone, demonstrating that the spacecraft could achieve one of its primary objectives, The spacecraft spent 5 days docked, undergoing tests and delivering cargo before returning to Earth. These tests were essential to validate the spacecraft's systems and ensure it could handle the rigors of space travel. While the mission was a positive step, the technical issues underscored the need for further scrutiny before crewed flights. Boeing and NASA must address these concerns to ensure the safety and success of future missions, as the ultimate goal is to provide a reliable transportation system for astronauts. Following the partially successful OFT-2 in 2022, hopes were high for Starliner's first crewed mission in 2023. However, as 2023 has come and gone, those hopes have been dashed by persistent technical challenges and delays. One significant roadblock has been the issue of flammable tape used throughout the spacecraft. This tape, intended to secure wiring harnesses, was found to pose a fire hazard. Boeing has been tasked with removing or replacing this tape, contributing to ongoing delays. In addition to the tape issue, Boeing continues to grapple with other technical hurdles, including concerns about parachutes and the docking system. As delays mount and costs soar, the future of the Starliner program remains uncertain. The troubled development of Boeing's Starliner spacecraft has come at a significant financial cost. With billions of taxpayer dollars invested, the question of whether Starliner is a worthwhile investment has become a subject of intense scrutiny. Originally projected to cost around $4.2 billion, the program has already exceeded that figure. As of 2025, the total cost is estimated to be well over $6 billion, with no end in sight to escalating expenses. These cost overruns can be attributed to extensive software revisions, hardware modifications, and repeated launch delays. The financial burden has raised concerns about opportunity costs and the impact on other NASA initiatives. Critics argue that the billions spent on Starliner could have been better allocated to other space exploration projects. While Boeing has struggled with Starliner, SpaceX has made remarkable strides with its Crew Dragon capsule. Since its first crewed flight in 2020, Crew Dragon has become a reliable workhorse for NASA. Crew Dragon's success can be attributed to its innovative design, reusable architecture, and SpaceX's iterative approach. Unlike Starliner, Crew Dragon boasts a sleek, modern aesthetic with advanced touchscreen controls. Its reusable design significantly reduces the cost per flight compared to Starliner. SpaceX has consistently met deadlines and delivered on its promises, earning NASA's trust. As Boeing grapples with Starliner, SpaceX's Crew Dragon serves as a reminder of what can be achieved with innovation and efficiency.